Domain 4, Professional Responsibilities. This is specifically looking at growing and developing professionally. We've broken this down into 6 parts, and this is the second of 6 parts. What we really want to do is we want to be growing professional, but we also want to be sharing that new practice, that new knowledge, everything we're sharing with our colleagues. One way to do that is to create a portfolio, an online digital portfolio of your professional practice. And I've selected Google Sites as my container to put the portfolio information in. Now, historically, we've always taught students that are graduating and coming into the education field to make paper portfolios, big binders to show what they've done and projects and things like that. But you have to get the interview before somebody could see your professional portfolio. So I want us to switch our thinking and be thinking of creating a portfolio that demonstrates how you are actively growing professionally. I selected Google Sites because it is free. We love free. But the thinking is that everything that you've done, created, built within Google is kind of like an element or a part that can be added into your Google site. So free, of course, wonderful. And to get to your Google site, you log in with your Gmail account, and then you can go ahead and create a site. You can have as many sites as you want. I have many. I use them for demonstration and practice and things like that. But you can go ahead and create. The only trick is you can't have the same name twice. So a lot of people start out and then they're like, oh, I don't like the name. I don't like this. I don't like. You only can have that name one time. So you'll have to keep renaming yours, as you can see I have done. Now, this is one I had some great vision that I would update it, and this would be a place that I would keep track of all the apps that I tried, I like, and I haven't kept up with it. That's the problem with the web page, is keeping up with it. It's not the initial design and planning. It's the, oh goodness, I must make sure I update this. So you really want to be thinking about how are you going to manage it? And that's really something to think about. But you also want to think about, what do you want to showcase? You want to set your goals for your website. I wanted to show you this page. This is one of the layouts that is available. What's nice about this is you can sort and you can organize things. This view is a great way to organize resources. So if you want to put, maybe have a whole page of links for your Algebra 1 group, they could have their links, and your geometry group could have another page with other links, but organized in a similar fashion. Now, this is just the bones. I have not developed my personal professional portfolio yet, but during my graduate classes, some of my students have started, and we brainstorm a few of the things that we'd like to have in the portfolio. And that's the most important thing. It's not the backgrounds, it's not the graphics, it's what is the meat of your portfolio. That's what you really want to do, a lot of pre-thinking and pre-planning. What do you want to showcase? And you have to decide, do you want it public? Do you want it private? You know, all that information. So you have to really think about that. Now you can add all different things to your website. But remember, we do not want to abuse little blinky graphics. Those are old. We don't want to be doing that. They have professional templates that are designed for you that you can pick out. So if you are one of those people that wants to change your background with every season, feel free to do that. It doesn't change what's on the text, or what you have, your content. It just puts a nice little skin around it. So you can pick from all different ones. But you can bring in all different things, including a slideshow from Picasa. Picasa is Google's digital picture organizer, so you can bring in albums, photos, insert a map. Earlier you learned about Google Calendar. You can embed your calendar right on your website, meaning that once it's embedded, when you make a change, it flows out to all the places you've embedded it. So a Google document, a presentation, all very, very easily interface with Google Sites. So you can have everything you've done right in one package. There's also different things like Google Docs. You have revision histories and different templates. You can really, really customize this, or you could leave it a little more generic. It's up to you how deep you want to go into reorganizing what the basic templates that they've given you. Sharing. Just like in Google Docs, you have the choice to share. A lot of times what my students will do is while they are building their portfolio, they'll keep it private until they're ready to make it public. So during the work in progress, it's just set to private, and then it can become public. You can have groups work on one website, because remember, part of this section is about improving your practice, not only with yourself, but also with your colleagues. So some departments make one site and everybody contributes. So there's lots of ways that you can use this to demonstrate your professional practice. These are some examples that I found online just to give you a sense of what you can do. And really, you dream it, you can make changes. So this is just one. Here is a music teacher that created a portfolio. And here is a math teacher. Now this one is a little text heavy for me. I started, I'm like, whoa, there's just too much going on here. But it does have a lot of information. The basic idea in a portfolio is to have pages organized on the left or the right navigation, so people don't see this much at one time. They just see small pieces of the information they're looking for. So just a part of growing and developing professional is creating this portfolio to showcase best practice. Now, Google Sites is just one way you can do this. You can still do the old binder if that works for you, but we really want to begin to move to the digital age and organizing our portfolio. Thanks.